It says we're streaming. Looking for my notifications. All right. So Tom McDonald is live on Facebook. Hey, Over the Top's on YouTube. Terrific. All right, great. So the stream's starting. It takes a little time to connect to all three platforms. We're going to be on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and this is Deadass Live. I apologize for the lagginess. My computer sounds like it's doing overtime. So, anyway, it's been a while. It has been a while. This is your boy Mo Diggs with Over the Top Live. Over the Top Live, we have the best of the best, Tony Blu-ray. Tony Blu-ray. And just so you know that if we were casted on Best of the Best, I would be Eric Roberts, you would be Chris Penn.
Really?
No, not really. But still, it's hilarious. You might be the Asian guy, but I'm definitely Eric Roberts. Look at his fucking nose.
Shit, Tommy, pop it.
Look at his fucking nose. Anyhow. So we actually just started talking, but we've been trying really hard to connect, and it just hasn't really worked out for multiple reasons. Multiple reasons of that had me and Mark discussing Tony Blu-ray's stage name. We were thinking about renaming you, rebranding you.
Mm-hmm.
We want to call you Where's Tony? So like even when you're not there, we're gonna put a little black box and it's gonna say Where's Tony? And we might even, because I always know where you are. Like it's not like you don't communicate with me. I always know what's going on.
I know.
But the fans don't know. So if the fans don't know, maybe we'll do a little contest. Like anybody who can guess where Tony is right now, we'll give you something for free. We'll give you something, whether it's like a movie ticket or we'll buy you a DVD or maybe we can get you a trip to Pembroke Pines so that you can meet Tony Blu-ray or something. We'll do something. But I think we're going to start that. We're going to start doing that. I think it's clever because you are the most fickle-ass nigga I've ever met. I'm just kidding. You're not fickle. You guys, I have to remind the fans. Listen, we don't make money doing this stream, and we're all fathers and husbands, and we got shit we got to do. Sometimes shit comes up.
Hell, some of us are wives. Some of us
are the wives in the relationship, which I feel like that's one of the keys to being. Jeff apparently thinks Tony's in the restroom. He was 15 minutes ago. This is the only guy I ever know who takes 30-minute showers.
Shampooing is a big thing.
You got to keep that beard luscious. What's up, Jeff, man? Thanks for watching. So anyhow, over the last few weeks, you and I have personally discussed some movies that have come out, some movies that are coming out, some movies that are in the talks of coming out, and things like that. One of the things that came up is they're thinking about making a Matrix 4. Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss just signed on, and they're going to come back and reprise their roles. And I'm just like, why? What's going to happen here? Like, what are they doing with this? How is Carrie-Anne Moss even coming back? I thought she died. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie. But I know Tony's pro Matrix. Tony's huge on the Matrix. It's almost as big as the John Wick trilogy in his mind. Almost, not quite.
I would say the Matrix has a bigger following because it's been around so long. But John Wick is definitely up there. I'd say, in my opinion, if I had to pick, I would say right now John Wick. After seeing John Wick 3, I'd say all three John Wicks are probably my favorite. I can't wait for Chapter 4.
Oh yeah, I would pick John Dickless also. But anyways, we're talking about the Matrix, and I just wanted to say we're not going to talk about John Wick. We're going to talk about the Matrix 4. So let me ask you something.
You keep forgetting Neo is the one. He has so many different powers that he probably didn't even know he had. So there's something that they're going to tap into there when they get into the fourth Matrix. I will tell you, the third Matrix, not my favorite Matrix. The first two definitely, I'd say, are good, especially the first one. But the third one, it wasn't too. It was good, but it wasn't my favorite.
Well, let me just go over the top on you. Hold on a second. So, listen, I grew up also enjoying The Matrix when it first came out, which revolutionized cinematography, revolutionized fighting scenes, things like that. It also, I think, made Keanu Reeves' career. I think his career started to peak at The Matrix. At The Matrix, it started to peak. He has gone over with the John Wick process and all this kind of stuff. He's surpassed where The Matrix started. But before The Matrix, all his roles weren't...
Johnny Utah.
Yeah.
Johnny Utah.
Yes, he was Johnny Utah, but let's be honest, Patrick Swayze made that movie, not Keanu Reeves.
Whoa, slow your ass down, bro. It takes two to tango.
It was the star power of Patrick Swayze.
And Gary Busey.
Gary Busey, exactly. You can't have a cool hero without a slapstick sidekick. And without Gary Busey, Point Break means nothing.
Now you're hating on Bill and Ted.
I'm not hating on Bill and Ted. I'm saying that Bill and Ted didn't have the respect that it has now.
No, it didn't.
That's what I'm saying. So anyways, this is why you're going to sit here and say the Matrix one was great, part 2 was even better, the third one not. I'm going to explain it to you. This is the process of the Matrix. Real quick. The very first Matrix was, hey, we've discovered the Matrix. We have to beat this Matrix. Part 2, really cool fucking fight scenes. We're fighting the Matrix. We're fucking this shit up. We might win. Part 3, you think you figure out how to beat the Matrix? No, you never fucking left the Matrix. It's all the Matrix. It was like a big fuck you to the fans that watched within those years that they made the movie, and now they're bringing back a part 4, because let's be honest, the movies that make money nowadays are all nostalgia movies. All the nostalgia movies from back in the day that they're either making sequels or they're doing a reboot or they're recreating. Those are the movies making money right now.
All right, well, take the pink pill for a second there, and let me just tell you how the Matrix is a computer-generated dream world. So what Morpheus was explaining is there is the Matrix that the robots are making you think, the machines are making you think that you're living, when in actuality you are in Zion. Zion is where they, pretty much all gathered to fight against the machines. Their battle was against the machines. And once they had to find, there was a prophecy, who was Neo, that he is the one that can go and fight against the machines and stand against the machines. So at the end, in the third movie, Neo actually made a deal with the machine, because Agent Smith became a virus pretty much and started, cloning himself throughout the entire Matrix. And the machine said, if you can defeat him, then, I'll let you live. And Neo ended up dying, or so they say. I kind of never felt like it ended in a way where you can say, okay, Neo's dead, he's gone, there's no coming back from this. But again, it is the Matrix, and they can probably go in there and tweak the story up a little bit. We'll see. I'd be very curious to see what kind of plot. I already see people popping up theories here and there. So I can't wait to see what kind of plot. Now, if they're going to fuck this up, I don't think Keanu Reeves would do it if he knew it was going to fuck this up, because the fans will just give him so much backlash. So we'll see, man.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think The Matrix would have been as successful if Will Smith played Neo?
Fuck no.
Is this because you don't like Will Smith?
Oh, it's just because there are certain roles Will Smith should not play in, and The Matrix is one of them, because he just wouldn't have fit the part well. He just wouldn't have.
Because you don't see Neo.
He's not always serious. Like, he can't even be serious in certain roles. Like, he'll do the Will Smith thing. Keanu Reeves played Neo so perfect that you're just like, man, this was. Will Smith did tell a story on his YouTube that he was explaining why he why he turned down the role for the Matrix, and he ended up doing Wild Wild West. Nice going, Will. That was way to go, Wild Wild West. But you know what? Just like I couldn't see anybody play Agent
Smith.
Agent Smith. I couldn't see him. I couldn't see anybody else playing Men in Black. As a matter of fact, this Men in Black now with fucking Valkyrie and Thor, I'm just like, okay, well, it looks okay, but it's definitely not going to be good. And sure enough, I knew it. It wasn't good. Like, the movie is, it's an okay sci-fi comedy. But, like, anyways, going back to The Matrix, you know, we'll see what's to come, you know, because Neo, I don't think, finished everything. I don't think he finished. And I got to watch the third one again.
Bro,
let me, I know at the end
like,
something happens.
When you were taking a shower, did you get, like, Q-tips stuck in your ear? Did you not hear what I said? Yeah, fucking Neo didn't finish anything. They're still in the Matrix. They never left the Matrix.
No, man. They're
yes,
in Zion.
Man. Dude, the virus cannot leave the computer.
Neo destroyed it, which was Agent Smith.
But the virus left the computer. They figured out that Neo still had all his powers in Zion because they never left the Matrix.
Dude, he had powers because Neo is the one. He is the one to fulfill the prophecy.
All right, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. So there's a fucking
3000.
Fuck you, 3000, man. No, why do you gotta make it all nostalgic and shit? I'm still not over Tony dying, and I don't give a fuck if that spoils it for anybody. If you haven't watched the last Infinity War movie with the Avengers, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
It's a good movie, man.
It's a great movie. All the movies are great. You need to go watch them. There's a couple shows you can leave out.
Real quick, to just dive in there, for another movie that's coming out that I'm excited to see is No Time to Die, 007. Oh, yeah.
You know what I lost it for 007, bro?
Are you fucking serious?
No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It has nothing to do with Daniel Craig, because Daniel Craig's an amazing fucking James Bond, and all his movies were awesome, not just some of them. But when I heard that Idris Elba went for the role and was turned down because people couldn't wrap their heads around a black James Bond.
I was actually going to say that he would have been a perfect fit because he is British.
And he's English,
cool.
And he's
cool.
He
has a good swag to him.
He's fucking cool.
That 007 swag. But here's the thing. The sad part about it is, in this 007 movie, it's possible that James Bond dies and passes it on to a woman. Yeah, I heard that. Which they're going to possibly do a woman. Which I'm not 007. I'm not against. I'm not against that. I'm not against the girl who they have in consideration to be the next James Bond. She was in Skyfall. She was in, I want to say maybe Casino Royale, but I know she played a big role in Skyfall and Spectre. I loved Casino Royale. Casino Royale is one of my favorites, but I gotta say Skyfall took it because Skyfall was just amazing. Spectre was awesome too. Quantum of the Solace was really that was the weakest one, but it was okay. I had a good time watching it. I still like it, but Skyfall is fucking amazing. You remember how awesome GoldenEye was when we were growing up? GoldenEye. Have you ever tried to watch GoldenEye again? Yeah, it's super cheesy. But I still like it. I still find it interesting. I gotta say though, his best one, Pierce Brosnan, was Die Another Day. I think. Oh, Tomorrow Never Dies. Tomorrow Never Dies was the best one. Tomorrow Never Dies. I think it was his best one. Even though GoldenEye is a classic, and the reason why I think it even blew up was because of the Nintendo 64 video game. Oh yeah, that just amplified how much how good it was. But you know what, man? So to me, James Bond can go suck a dick, but I'm still gonna watch that one too. I'm just saying.
Listen, it's gonna be a woman now, so it's okay to say James Bond can go suck a dick. Just be, think of it heterosexually. I'm just saying.
Maybe she doesn't like carrots and she likes peaches. You
That's
never know.
fine too. I'm okay with that. That's all right.
All right, man.
Love and live and let live and let love.
You know what's? Just wait for the next Mission Impossible. It's just gonna be to the tippity top.
Listen,
I love it.
as good as Fallout was, it wasn't as good as Infinity War. I'm sorry.
No, it's not as good. You say as fantastic or great. Okay.
It's not.
Great.
Its greatness will never surpass Infinity War.
Once again, I bring
numbers don't lie. Listen, you cannot be on the opposite end of this conversation, because every time somebody tries to tell you Game of Thrones sucked or blah blah blah, your response is it got awards, it did this, it did that. So did Infinity War. Fallout didn't get shit. Yeah, it didn't get a goddamn thing. All it got was the wonderfulness of Tom Cruise. That's all it got.
No, it got really good critic reviews. It made a lot of money.
It got no awards. It didn't make as much money as Infinity War.
Again, we're talking about a superhero movie with like 100 characters in it.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is that it wasn't fair.
Exactly.
That's what you're trying to say.
But even with that.
But I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. I'm still gonna take that as you acknowledging that you're wrong about it being the best movie of the year.
No.
Yes, you're wrong, because it's the best. Infinity War was the best movie of the year. You can't say that it wasn't.
No.
You can't say that it wasn't.
If it was, it would have won the Academy Award for Best Picture.
Those kind of movies don't get those awards. You know that.
Oh, but now you're saying it's not fair?
No. You're the one saying it's not fair. I'm not the one who said that.
Just saying Tom Cruise
still the greatest movie of the year. Made the most money by far.
We'll see what happens when Maverick comes out.
I'm so excited to see Maverick. Don't get me started. Anyway.
What's the next thing? Oh, Spider-Man leaving the MCU.
Oh my God. Why? Why would this happen?
I feel like Sony is trying to get money out of Disney, or trying to redo their contract, or just they're trying to be dicks because they're hating on the success that Disney has right now with
Sony.
Marvel
is going to fuck up Spider-Man. Spider-Man was supposed to get like 5 more movies.
Well, there's fans right now that are literally boycotting PlayStation to fuck Sony over. Like big Spider-Man fans. I mean, you got to take into consideration all these guys that, nerdy guys that play video games, that love comics and love Spider-Man. They would boycott it because you're fucking up the whole timeline and the story of Spider-Man if you're going to pull your contract out. Because the way that, I'm sorry to spoil it for anybody if you haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home.
Fuck off. Don't say shit because I haven't seen it. I don't want to hear it. No.
Are you serious?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry. I know. I'm slow stepping. I've had a lot going on. I've had a lot going on. Fuck you. Don't say nothing.
Oh my God.
I'm going to mute you.
You haven't seen Far From Home?
No, I haven't seen Far From Home.
What have you seen recently? You told me you saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then you saw Scary Stories. But within that time, you did not decide to go see Spider-Man.
Well, number one, Spider-Man is no longer out. Spider-Man was no longer out, and I saw both those movies on my birthday weekend. I didn't see any other movies.
You could have found it.
I tried to take my son to the movies to go watch Spider-Man, but he wouldn't go.
Now you gotta wait for it to come out like every other jabroni.
Well,
I'll be telling you.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love Spider-Man and I love Marvel and things like that, but I can wait for Spider-Man. I'm okay with that.
I guarantee you're going to watch it and you're going to say, shit, should have seen this sooner. Because what I loved about it is that it literally picks up just where Endgame leaves off. And it's perfect. And then the way that it ended with the 2 end credits that you get in that movie, it wasn't like they're mediocre end credits.
What about
really meaningful end credits?
Speaking of Marvel movies to come, what's this I've been reading about Deadpool joining the Avengers?
Yeah, Deadpool and X-Men. As of right now, it's definitely Deadpool, and they are going to get some X-Men characters to join the next Avengers in the next phase.
Oh my god.
So finally, Fox has done that. So it could be that we may or may not be getting a rated R. We'll be getting some rated R movies here and there for Marvel. I mean, they have to understand Deadpool is who he is. He curses, he kills, he does all kinds of shit. But um, I can't wait to see how that's going to play out. I can't wait to see another Deadpool movie because I really did enjoy the second one.
So
Um,
there's another thing. Speaking of movies, because you've been to the movies a lot recently, you've watched a lot of movies. Why
Yeah, the
the
last one I
fuck
saw was
haven't
Scary
you
Stories.
watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
why haven't I watched it? I'll be honest with you, I just haven't had the time. That movie is long, and every time I've been working, like last week, I worked like 6 days, and then it was just like no time because I worked so many long hours that Sunday I literally just fell asleep. I recently had purchased Endgame on 4K, and I've been watching that shit. I might have watched Endgame like 2 or 3 times already because I
So-
really did enjoy it. Well, also watching the special features on it, which was pretty cool. Special features and
Yes.
the deleted scenes. The deleted scenes are really cool.
Yes, Mark. The latest Spider-Man is the next part of the Marvel Studios phase. The only reason they released it as
Yes,
early as they did was because Sony pushed to have it released. Pushed
Yeah,
really hard.
Sony was. I think
It was supposed to
was
be
is that-
2020 that we were supposed to get it. The July of 2020, but they pushed it a year ahead of time. So that's why the next Marvel movie we get will not be till 2021.
Well, they already did. Sony does have to release by contract, even though they went out. There's still 2 more Spider-Man movies to come, and one of them, I believe, has to do with the multiverse.
Yes, it does.
But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens because they are releasing quite a bit of Marvel movies coming up next year with Black Widow. It's going to start off with Black Widow, but that's going to be more of a prequel kind of a thing because she's long gone dead. I can't wait to see the Disney streaming service to have Winter Soldier and Falcon. That's going to be awesome. The next Guardians of the Galaxy movie is going to be fucking awesome. But before Guardians of the Galaxy, they're going to be releasing another Thor movie, and it's going to be directed by Taika Waititi, the guy that did the Ragnarok, and I thought Ragnarok was the best Thor. He's going to be directing that movie, and it's possible that Thor's woman, Jane, is going to be the she-Thor or something. She's going to be like a girl Thor.
All I know is that DC's number one.
Yeah,
so
yeah, they do. Yeah.
DC's number one fucking hot garbage out there.
No, listen. For the exception of Shazam and Wonder Woman,
I didn't like Shazam.
You didn't like Shazam?
I didn't like Shazam.
You're out of your fucking mind. That movie was awesome. I was super surprised of how funny and how good it was.
It sucked.
Because when I saw the trailer, I thought it was going to be...
You say Shazam, I
whack.
say Shazit. Just a big style fucking steaming pile of Shazit. You know what? Like, I don't fall asleep during movies. I don't even fall asleep during bad movies. I fell asleep during Shazit 4 times. 4 times. And like one of those times, it was like 7 o'clock at night. I wasn't even tired. It bored the fuck out of me, bro. Like, I don't understand.
What bored you?
How'd you like it? I don't understand because you pushed it so hard.
I guarantee you, I'm not the only one that likes it.
You pushed it so hard. That shit was so whack. And don't get me wrong, like, you and me usually agree on movies. That movie fucking sucked.
Nah, that movie did not suck. This coming from the guy who said Suicide Squad is good.
It's better than that.
The hottest garbage of all time.
Dude, it was better than that.
Fucking Mr.
There was a guy that shoot fire out of his fucking hands.
Oh my god.
In that movie. Shazit, what did he do? He charged phones. He charged phones.
No, and you didn't even get to see his potential and his power.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that he shared it with his siblings, which is badass. That was fucking badass.
That he shared
that
shit with
is
his
opening
siblings.
up to the new DC's trying to do a
That-
little universe.
That they're not gonna fucking do anything with.
Really? So they're coming out with another Wonder Woman, which looks
Yeah.
pretty promising.
Wonder Woman was
and
good.
Then,
Wonder Woman was
and
good.
then they're gonna be releasing the Batman.
Birds of Prey.
If you think, Birds of
Birds
Prey.
of
That
Prey
movie is gonna be the biggest, hottest garbage of all time, bro. Just
Well, I
wait
mean,
for
it's
it.
only hot. It's only hot garbage if they fuck it up. We'll find out.
That movie is going to suck. Birds of Prey.
You know
is
what
going
movie
to
I
be
am excited to see?
whack.
You know what movie I am excited to see? I'm excited to see The Joker in October.
Well, yeah, I am excited, but I also have some reservations about it because I feel like they're hiding something. They're not showing us, and they're just going to try and blow our minds when we go see it. Because
You don't
that's
know
exactly what happened with The Dark Knight.
What do you think this movie is going to be about?
This is a different Joker though than the Joker that we're used to. There's so many different Jokers. As far as I know, this is about a man who lives in Gotham City, and I guess we'll find out. He gets pushed to his limits, and he becomes a sadistic fucking killer criminal. You know, I feel like Joaquin Phoenix is a phenomenal actor, so I know that he's going to do a good job. So I don't doubt that. I just feel like they are hiding something to blow our minds, just like they did with The Dark Knight. They barely showed you. They showed you a little glimpse, but when you saw the movie, you were like, "Fuck me!"
You know what
is crazy.
You know what I kind of have a theory about it because it's kind of how you said it right there. You think they're hiding something, and you pretty much explained that it's going to be a Joker origin movie. Now, the rumor that I've heard is that Joaquin Phoenix is actually not the Joker at all. He's not going to be the Joker, but the movie.
If you tell me that Jared Leto is in that movie,
no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that Arthur Curry is the inspiration of the Joker.
Isn't Arthur Curry the fucking Aquaman?
You know, it might be Aquaman. I might be getting the name
guy's
wrong.
name is Arthur, though.
It's Arthur something. It's Arthur something. You might be right. I think you are right that is Aquaman's name. But it's Arthur something. Maybe it's Arthur Schlecker, some shit like that. Anyways, This fucking guy is the guy that inspires the Joker to become the Joker.
Okay.
That's
okay.
I kind of heard that. I watch a lot of YouTube videos that explain shit, and they're kind of explaining that. Now, I could be wrong, but I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because the Joker, honestly, if you do follow the comics and things like that, the Joker is not just one person.
Yeah,
somebody takes up the mantle every time and becomes the Joker and leads the anarchists and whatnot. So,
and they're all voiced by Mark Hamill.
And Mark Hamill is amazing, but he's no Heath Ledger. Anyway, sorry, dude. Heath Ledger is the best Joker ever.
He's Luke Skywalker and the Joker. That's two badass characters.
Oh yeah.
All due respect, Heath Ledger killed the Joker role in that. But listen, everybody knows the classic Joker is Mark Hamill's Joker from the animated series.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just like Kevin Conroy is the best Batman.
He's all right. Michael Keaton's the best Batman.
Oh yeah, Michael Keaton. Okay.
I'm sorry.
We'll see about.
Michael Keaton was the best Batman, and then Christian Bale was the best Bruce Wayne.
He was an okay Batman. He was actually he was a good Batman for our generation. But let's just be honest, Christian Bale will fucking kick the ever living shit out of Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton can't fight like Christian Bale or
Michael
like
Keaton is fucking Beetlejuice, bro. He will rip Christian Bale to shreds. He will fucking rip Christian Bale to shreds. Christian Bale is a little whiny bitch who fucking cusses people out over a fucking light.
He was fucking awesome.
And then you know that Christian Bale hits his mother? He hits his mother in real life. Christian Bale is a little bitch.
Allegations.
It's not allegations.
You're proving.
They caught that nigga on video.
You're proving guilty. His parents trying to get money out of him, trying to get that Batman money. That's all, man.
Batman.
He played a great Bruce Wayne, bro.
Who played a great Bruce Wayne? Christian Bale. Yes.
And a Batman.
See, you didn't even hear me. You didn't even hear me. I said the best Batman was Michael Keaton. The best Bruce Wayne was Christian Bale. And then Christian Bale's Batman is a close second. Definitely better than fucking George Clooney, than Ben Fat Dick, than fucking Val fucking Bummer. Freaking those guys
Honestly,
are just
fucking,
terrible.
What's his name?
And thank God fucking Sparkle Boy is not going to play Batman. Thank God he dropped out of that. Because...
No way.
Yeah, he dropped out.
I haven't heard that.
Something about scheduling. I sent you the fucking link months ago.
Something about scheduling. I heard that they already found the villain. One of the villains that they want for that movie. I forgot who they casted. And I read that. And Robert Pattinson is still Batman, from what I read.
Are you
this
serious?
is a recent article. They found. I'll send it to you later. I found it. They've said who the villain is going to be, or one of the villains, and then they showed a picture of what they think Robert Pattinson would look like. He looks like a piece of shit in a Batman suit. I really think he should just stick to his vampire and Harry Potter movies, even though he died in that Harry Potter movie in Goblets of Fire. Sedgwick. And
he can be a ghost at the school.
Where? In what school?
Hogwarts.
Oh yeah, he can be. Yeah. But I tell you what, they made the biggest mistake of their lives to cast that guy to be Batman.
Okay, well listen. Hold on a second.
Who was their
a second ago? A second ago, I was making fun of him too, and I get where you're coming from. But I said the exact same thing when they casted Heath Ledger as the Joker.
I don't want to hear it, because the difference between Heath Ledger and Robert Pattinson is that Heath Ledger is actually a good actor. Besides, Robert Pattinson
hold on a second.
Look like Zoolander.
Hold on a second. Besides the Twilight movies and the Harry Potter movies,
has he done?
What other movies have you watched? Have you sat down and watched?
I've seen High Times. That movie sucks dick. The one where he's an astronaut sucks dick. The one where Water for Elephants, or whatever that shit's called, sucks the biggest elephant dick.
Is he in that one?
Yes, he is.
So
he plays a love interest.
But doesn't that movie win awards?
What movie? No,
Water for Elephants. War for Elephants won a lot of awards. He was part of this project.
That movie sucked.
Before Dark Knight, how many Heath Ledger movies did you see?
Oh my God, are you serious? 10 Things I Hate About You, The Brothers Grimm. You got The Patriot with Mel Gibson, awesome movie.
Monsters Ball.
What else do we got here? The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnas.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, what else did he do? Heath Ledger was in the movie. Fuck me, hold on, I got it. Oh, Knight's Tale. That was fucking amazing.
That was a phenomenal movie. Yeah.
Okay, so then and he did Brokeback Mountain, which I did not see, and I don't want to see. I don't have.
Why not? Can you explain to everybody why you won't watch Brokeback Mountain?
I just don't feel like watching that movie.
Why? Tell us why. Why not? Why wouldn't you want to watch an Academy Award-winning movie?
That movie has won several awards. Congratulations to the director.
Why wouldn't you win that? Wasn't that movie a great step for the gay community?
Hey, good for them. Absolutely, gay community, go for it, man. Brokeback Mountain. And all that, good for you guys. Absolutely, man. Take one for the team. But I will not watch that movie.
What do you mean, take one for the team? What does that even mean?
Yeah. It's for the team, man. You said it's for the gay community. It's for the...
All right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop making you feel so awkward because you're so homophobic.
But what I'm telling you right now is...
What?
Is when... The same as... I know what you're going to say. I said the same shit. I was like, you know what? Fucking Knight's Tale, 10 Things I Hate About You... That motherfucker's going to be the Joker? Oh, there goes Batman. Sure enough, he blew everybody away. Robert Pattinson doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. He is not a good actor.
Well, we'll see.
There is no fucking way.
Well, we'll
That
see.
guy's gonna. That guy's. Bro,
I just
I'll tell
think
you right
it's gonna be bad because nobody knows how to make a good Batman movie but Christopher Nolan,
now.
and he's not gonna make any
Thank you.
movies.
And who did he cast as the best Batman? Christian Bale.
That's just
Boom.
because Michael Keaton was too old.
Boom. No, that's because Michael Keaton's too busy being Ray Kroc and fucking the founder. The guy who
Don't
found
you think
fucking
that? Don't you think they should make a
Birdman.
Batman Beyond movie and cast Michael Keaton as Old Man Batman?
No, they shouldn't because I fucking wouldn't watch it.
What?
They need to cast Christian Bale.
You'll watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but you won't watch a Batman Beyond movie?
First of all, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was really good.
I didn't say it
Surprised the shit
wasn't.
out of me. It was really good.
I'm glad it was. But you
And
watched
I'm gonna
that
tell you
movie.
right now.
Why wouldn't you watch Batman Beyond, you fucking asshole?
I love Batman Beyond. Just
So then
Michael
what's your
Keaton
problem?
cannot be fucking the old Bruce Wayne.
Why
because
not?
that's he just wouldn't be good.
He just wouldn't be good. Michael Keaton's an amazing actor.
Yeah, he is an amazing actor, just not an amazing Batman. Christian Bale, on the other hand,
Oh.
he's a good
When's
actor.
the last time you fucking sucked Christian Bale's cock? I'm just saying.
The last time when he played Al Gore in the movie Vice, boom.
You thought that was a good movie?
That was a funny movie. It was funny. It's definitely propaganda, but it's a funny movie. I enjoyed it because they all played really good roles. They all played good roles.
They all play pretty good roles, huh?
I gotta say.
You know what I like about those movies? How relevant they are. I love how like you can just you remember like reading the stories growing up or hearing about it and all like that's what I love about those movies. But anyways, so there's a movie that's coming out or is out, and you are gonna go watch it. What movie is that again?
47 meters down, caged or whatever the hell it is, uncaged. I already told you I'm a sucker for shark movies.
Why would you watch?
I saw the Meg.
Why would you watch 47 Meters Down after watching the greatest shark movie ever made called The Meg? There's no stopping it.
Greatest shark movie ever made?
Ever made, bro. You know, I said it once. I said it once on this show. Listen. I said it once on this show. I thought that they should bring back the movie Jaws.
Why would they bring it back?
Wait a second.
Leave it alone.
Hold on a second. I thought that they should remake the movie Jaws, but remake it and redo it differently. And then everybody was asking me and says, well, how are you going to redo that? How are you going to top the first one? This was my answer. Way bigger Jaws. So I said this on the show, and then 3 months later it was leaked that they were making the movie called The Meg, which is way bigger Jaws. And then halfway through the movie, and I don't give a fuck if it spoils it for you, because if you haven't seen it yet, go fuck yourself. What do? They bring out a way bigger Meg. So they actually took my idea. So there's no more coming to Jaws. And since I actually came up with that idea, the same idea that somebody else came up with and made a movie and did it, I feel like that's the greatest movie ever made because I thought it up.
And here's why I'm going to tell you that what is going on in the movie 47 Meters Down, it's something that can possibly happen.
Yeah.
You can possibly be in a shark cage and the fucking rope breaks and then you get down 154 feet below the surface and you're stuck down there. And now you're running low on oxygen and you can't fucking just go and switch your tanks because then you get the head bubbles and you start hallucinating like good old Mandy Moore. Now, this movie, like I said, I'm a sucker for it because I even went to go see that alligator movie, Crawl, which is fucking good, by the way. Surprised the shit out of me. That was a good fucking movie. For alligators...
What's up, Tyrell? What's going on?
Pretty badass, but I'm gonna go see it, man. It's a bunch of crazy chicks swimming in the fucking spelunking in the cave, and then they get trapped.
Spelunking? Did you get that word from your favorite Christian Bale Batman movie?
No, man. I got it actually from the movie Sanction.
Sanction?
Yeah, with James Cameron. He directed the movie. These two Australian guys. They go spelunking. They get trapped.
Didn't that come out after Batman?
No.
Are you sure?
Sanctum? Pretty sure, man. I don't remember because the part that you're talking about is in Dark Knight Rises, man.
No, it was in Batman Begins.
Oh, so you see, you remember that because Christian Bale's the better Batman. You wouldn't remember shit from the other fucking Michael Keaton movies.
No, I remember that because Christian Bale had a much better writer, Christopher Nolan. Anyhow,
motherfucker, you know what? Somebody could write it out, but if you can act it out, it's something else.
let me ask you a question. What the fuck do you have against Ben Affleck's Batman? Why are you sitting here shitting on Ben Affleck's Batman?
Why do I have to?
I mean, you have shitted on him so hard that you haven't even mentioned Ben Affleck was Batman.
Because he's the Batman that never was. To me, he's the Batman that never was. I don't talk about that because
shit.
Just like the last Die Hard movie, you kind of put it away. You scoot it over.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What last Die Hard movie?
You know, it's like, what the fuck happened? When I see Ben Affleck, do you believe you will?
Hey, I just got confirmation. Sanctum came out in 2011, which was after Batman Begins.
Okay, but I did not remember that from Batman Begins. I remember that from Sanctum.
I feel like you remember it from Batman Begins because I know that right now you are visually watching yourself have sex with Christian Bale playing Batman. That's how much you love Christian Bale.
I do it when he was playing The Prestige, and he was in The Prestige, the Magician movie.
That was a great movie.
Oh, was it now?
It was. Hugh Jackman was amazing.
Bale, are you fucking serious? Hugh Jackman? No. Michael Keaton was awesome.
Michael Keaton was awesome.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine was awesome too.
Yeah. Michael Caine was a way better fucking Alfred than the fucking old geezer from the other Batman movies.
I kind of like Jeremy Irons playing Alfred.
I kind of don't. I only like him as Simon from Die Hard with a Vengeance.
I like him from there too. Jeremy Irons is fucking amazing. He also played a good Scar.
As Scar. As I liked him as
Scar. I said it first.
And I will tell you this right now, to all of you that like the Lion King, the live-action Lion King, that was the biggest horse shit I've ever seen in my life. No emotion. That movie had no heart. It sucks. It's garbage.
You know what's really funny? That's how my mother described it.
It had no emotion.
No feeling.
No feeling. Like, you didn't feel it. Like you didn't feel anything. Like the other movie did. And mind you...
But Aladdin was good.
I went and I saw it. And it was like watching Animal Planet with voiceovers. And...
Aladdin was good.
Aladdin was okay. It was a lot better than I expected.
Will Smith did a good job of the genie. Yes, he did. He made it his own genie.
He did a good job.
He did a great job. Don't even lie.
But Robin Williams, no.
It'll never be Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
It will never be. Robin Williams is the GOAT.
That's it.
He's the GOAT.
Sorry, I know people are going to be like, oh, but give Will a chance. No, he could be Bad Boys. He could be fucking...
He was good, though. He had a good genie.
You know?
It was a good genie.
He did
okay. It was a good genie. Don't shit on it.
I didn't like the little spin-off that they have that the genie falls in love with a woman and now he wants to have kids, and it's like, where did this shit come from, Disney? Who the fuck is doing your writing? Are you guys?
Are you serious, bro? You don't know where that shit comes from? You don't know where that shit comes from, dude? That's what people want to do with their lives. Meet a woman, fall in love, travel, procreate.
Okay, you said people, not a fucking genie.
All he wanted to do was be free to do what he wanted to do.
Okay, so let him be free.
That's what he's doing. He just traded one prison for the other. Became a husband and a father.
That shit was whack as fuck. The Sultan was whack as fuck.
The Sultan was whack. The Sultan was whack.
Jafar was super whack. Like, Jafar wasn't even intimidating. Like, why did they get that motherfucker? That young-ass motherfucker. They needed to get somebody a little bit older.
They didn't want him to be intimidating. They wanted him to be pathetic. And that's what they got.
No, that's not what they were going for. They needed to find somebody intimidating.
No, they didn't, because they didn't do it, and it still did well. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it did well because...
All I know is that Aladdin was a lot better than Lion King. So we were all wrong about that.
Okay, fine. Yes, Aladdin is definitely better than Lion King. But of all these live-action Disney movies that have come out, my favorite is The Jungle Book. And
that was good. I like that.
The Jungle Book I gotta say it was done perfectly.
But the animals
That
didn't have
was-
any feeling either in the Jungle Book. If you really
What
think
the
about it,
fuck are you
they didn't
talking
really
about?
show feeling.
Dude, Shere Khan made me shit my pants, okay?
Because it's a fucking
Fucking-
tiger.
No, it's a badass tiger voiced by Idris Elba. Okay?
He's amazing.
And he didn't give a fuck. He killed that wolf.
But
like
what
if it
I'm
was
saying,
nothing.
the visualness, the visual of it, there was
No,
no
man, you're
feelings.
crazy,
I'm
bro.
not talking about the
You're crazy.
actors.
No, you don't got feelings. You got feelings in your ass.
Listen, don't fucking be mad at me because you're bald and homophobic. Okay, I don't want to fucking hear
No,
it.
I'm not homophobic.
Yes, you are. You won't even watch Brokeback
Oh,
Mountain.
Because I choose not to, man.
Why?
It's just not a movie that I'm gonna sit through to watch two dudes fall in love. I'm not gonna sit through that movie. I'm being straight up.
But you're
I'm not
gonna,
gonna sit
but
through
you're
it.
gonna sit through a movie that fucking
Hey,
chicks
you know
dive.
what, man? I'm not homophobic because in Game of Thrones there was plenty of gay sex in that show.
Yeah, but there was
And
a lot of Amelia Clark getting fucking pounded from behind too, so it was
Well, then,
even.
Because
Plus.
the writers were like, okay, we're gonna bring him up and now bring him down with Amelia getting banged. It is what it is, man. It's all good. Sir Lawrence and Renly Baratheon were getting it on.
That's true. Back in the first season, second
So it's
season.
all good, man. Iron. That's why they call him Iron Fist. Because that dude. By the way, that show sucks too. So back to the Lion King. The music could have been better. I wasn't feeling the music, and I thought with having a singer like Beyonce, it would have been great, but I wasn't feeling it. It just felt rushed. It felt rushed. Even the scenes with Mufasa, I was like, bro, you James Earl Jones. Like, what the fuck? Were they rushing the movie because they thought he was gonna croak because he's old as fuck? I mean, what the hell was going on? But I don't know. Now I'm even more upset because they casted the people for the Little Mermaid movie, and listen, man, I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I liked the Little Mermaid, man. I thought it was a fucking good movie. It
You
was
still
great.
like it? Don't lie.
Yeah, I'll fucking watch it. Hell yeah,
Hell
I'll
yeah,
still
why
watch it with
not?
my daughter. But now listen.
You watch it by yourself. You won't even watch it
No,
with your daughter.
I can't see it. I can't see it. I gotta see it with Alexis. The one of my favorite Disney movies ever, besides Oliver and Company, is Ratatouille. It's one of the best
Ratatouille.
Pixar movies.
What about the Aristocats?
Who?
The Aristocats. Not a Pixar movie. It's just a Disney movie.
No, it was good, but I'll fall asleep to that.
Yeah, I like the Aristocats.
But if you guys haven't known, but there's a big uproar with the casting of Ariel. I think that girl looks like a fucking alien from Men in Black with her big ass forehead and her white ass eyes. She looks ugly as hell.
I'm gonna give her a chance.
I'm not giving her any chance. She's gonna blow it. She's gonna suck. Just like Hermione being Belle didn't work for me.
Mark agrees with you. Ratatouille was good. That's not a Pixar movie though. I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You're right. My bad.
I totally don't feel that they casted the right Ariel. They got one of the guys from One Direction to be Prince Eric, and they got Melissa McCarthy to be Ursula, and then Scuttle, the seagull, is Aquafina. If you don't know who Aquafina is, she's in the movie Crazy Rich Asians, and she's actually pretty funny, but I just don't see her being Scuttle. If you guys just gotta look up this girl. She's fucking hideous, and Ariel's supposed to be hot.
But let me ask you something: is this remake? Is this live action movie of the Little Mermaid supposed to be like the cartoon, or is it supposed to be like the real Little
like
Mermaid?
the animated movie, and it's a musical because they picked this girl because she can sing. But it's the music. It's just like the movie. It's the same. They're trying to bring back all these movies. Like they're actually trying to figure out Pinocchio, Peter Pan. I believe they're trying to do The Sword in the Stone, which if they do that, that's going to be awesome. Because that was one of my personal favorites, The Sword in the Stone. So Disney's just trying to go back and redo a lot of these movies. Mulan actually looks pretty fucking good, man. Well, I gotta say.
I'm glad. We'll see. I'm glad that we got to talk about this, but it's approaching 11:10 at night. Some of us got to work in the morning.
Yeah,
And,
I'm gonna go see a shark movie tomorrow, guys.
But I'm really glad that we got to do this and let off a little steam.
Yeah.
I
You
just
shit it
want
all
to.
over the Matrix. I have no idea.
I just want to
No.
wish you luck with your shitty ass shark movie tomorrow that you're gonna pay $12.50 to go watch, and probably an additional $28 in snacks. Because I feel like you're a snack
It's gonna
guy.
be well worth it to see some chicks swimming in an abandoned cave and get attacked by sharks.
Yeah, that's not toxic
more.
masculinity at all. You're definitely not homophobic.
No, it's pretty badass. I gotta say.
My dude, Tony Blu-ray, thank you so much. It's always nice to have you on. Thank you so much, Hawks, for watching. Jeff, Tyrell, I appreciate you tuning in. Mark, thanks for watching. We're going to go ahead and kick this off. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you again.